Has this ever happened to you? You wake up, grab a strong cup of black coffee with a warm white bagel, and just minutes later, a thin fog starts covering your eyes? Many seniors say the letters on the morning newspaper seem to dance, or that even the brightness of daylight feels unbearable right after breakfast. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, people over 60 who follow diets high in refined sugar have up to a 42% higher risk of developing early-onset eye degeneration. And here's the surprising part. That same habit also raises blood pressure and speeds up mental fatigue. But here's the good news. There's a natural, strategic morning drink that can help protect your eyes, your blood pressure, and even your mind. If this makes sense, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with someone you care about. Now tell me, have you ever felt that morning fog in your eyes right after breakfast? I want you to meet Mrs. Lourdes, 72 years old. She's always been active. She loved walking around the neighborhood, reading novels in the afternoon, and embroidering gifts for her grandchildren. But little by little, those joys started slipping away. Her mornings always began the same way: strong black coffee, 2 slices of white bread, and sugar. She used to say, "Without that, my day just doesn't start." But right after breakfast came the frustration. First, the newspaper letters looked blurry. Then, headlights at night became blinding explosions of light, leaving her too insecure to even cross the street. Over time, her blood pressure began to fluctuate, and her mind felt heavy, forgetful. She confided, "It feels like my brain wakes up already tired." How many of you have felt something like that? That feeling of being alive yet limited, like a thin fog is keeping you from the details of life. What hurt Lourdes the most wasn't just the blurry vision. It was the feeling of losing her independence. She stopped driving at night, avoided long embroidery sessions, and even grew afraid of cooking alone when her vision clouded over. As she put it, "I don't want to depend on others to cross the street or to read to my grandkids." But here's the turning point. Her story doesn't end in defeat. When she first heard about a natural morning drink designed to protect the eyes, circulation, and even the mind, she decided to give it a shot. At first, it was hard to let go of the sweetened coffee she'd had for decades. But something inside her said, "I need to fight for my independence." That simple choice changed her entire path. And in the coming chapters, you'll discover how this drink works, the hidden mistakes we must avoid, and how small substitutions can transform not only our vision, but our life. When we talk about vision loss after 60, most people immediately think of cataracts, glaucoma, or macular degeneration. But there's something that often goes unnoticed. What you put on your plate first thing in the morning can actually speed up or slow down this silent process. Think about it: strong black coffee, white bread, and refined sugar. That trio triggers sudden spikes in blood sugar. It's like flipping a light switch on and off at high speed. One moment your body is flooded with energy, and moments later it crashes. This constant up and down causes inflammation in the tiniest, most delicate blood vessels of the body, right in the retina. Now imagine, these little vessels are what deliver oxygen and nutrients to keep your vision sharp. When they're inflamed, they start to fail. It's like trying to water a garden with a hose full of holes. The flow weakens and the flowers begin to wilt. That's how vision slowly loses clarity. But it's not just your eyes that suffer. These blood sugar spikes also raise blood pressure. And when the body's pressure rises, the eyes follow. The optic nerve, the cable that carries images to the brain, starts suffering from silent overload. That's why so many people discover too late that they've developed high eye pressure, one of the main risk factors for glaucoma. And there's more. Too much sugar also affects the brain. Science has shown that high glucose levels damage memory and concentration. That's what many call brain fog. In other words, the same morning habit that clouds your vision also steals your mental clarity. Now, here's the good news. There are nutrients that act like a shield against this oxidation. Antioxidants such as lutein, polyphenols, and quercetin. They protect retinal cells, stabilize circulation, and even bring sharper focus to the mind. And it's exactly this natural protection that we'll explore in the next chapters. The hidden mistake of the traditional breakfast. How many times have you heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? For many in our generation, that meant white bread, margarine, strong black coffee, and sugar. A sacred ritual repeated for decades. But what if I told you that very ritual is one of the biggest enemies of your eyesight and your blood pressure? The invisible enemy, blood sugar spikes. When we eat white bread or refined sugar, they turn into glucose in just minutes. That quick surge creates what's known as a blood sugar spike. And what happens next? The body releases insulin to bring that sugar down. Result, you go from a burst of energy to sudden fatigue, often with blurry vision and a heavy mind. Now imagine this happening every single day for years. It's like slowly dimming the sharpness of your eyes and weakening your blood vessels. The impact on eyes and blood pressure. The retina, that small screen at the back of your eyes, is nourished by microscopic blood vessels. They're so delicate that even slight inflammation can impair them. With constant sugar spikes, these vessels become inflamed and fragile. It's like looking through a window that's being scratched day after day. Clarity disappears. On top of that, very strong black coffee raises blood pressure. And when the body's pressure goes up, so does the eyes. That silent rise in eye pressure is one of the key triggers for glaucoma, one of the leading causes of vision loss after 60. Do this today. Swap white bread for whole grain bread or oats, which release energy slowly. Replace strong coffee with green tea or calming herbal teas that also provide antioxidants. Cut back on sugar, choosing low glycemic fruits like strawberries or green apples instead. Have you noticed your vision getting blurrier right after breakfast? That small detail may be telling you more than you realize. And here's the exciting part. If cutting out this mistake is already powerful, imagine what happens when you add a true antioxidant drink to your day, one designed to shield your vision and clear your mind. The antioxidant secret of the morning drink. If the first step is avoiding the mistake, the second is even more transformative. Adding to your body a natural shield against the aging of your eyes and your mind. And that shield has a name. Antioxidants. What antioxidants do for you? As the years go by, our bodies deal with oxidative stress, a process where free radicals damage sensitive cells. In practice, it's as if tiny invisible sparks were corroding the retina, the blood vessels, and even the brain. That's where antioxidants come in. They act like fire extinguishers, putting out those sparks, protecting your vision, balancing your blood pressure, and sharpening your mental clarity. The three most powerful protectors. Polyphenols, found in green tea, pure cocoa, and berries. Improve circulation and reduce inflammation. According to Harvard Medical School, diets rich in polyphenols are linked to lower risk of macular degeneration in seniors. Lutein, present in leafy greens like kale and spinach, builds up in the macula, protecting against blue light and oxidative damage. It's like installing a natural pair of glasses inside your eyes. Quercetin, found in apple skins, red onions, and green tea, reduces silent inflammation and helps stabilize blood pressure. It also protects neurons, supporting memory and focus. How to prepare the morning antioxidant drink. 1 cup about 8 ounces of warm water. 1 teaspoon of green tea or matcha. Half an apple. A small handful of kale or spinach. A few berries like strawberries or blueberries. Blend everything together and drink it early in the morning. This mix is strategic.
It delivers polyphenols, lutein, and quercetin in a single daily dose that shields your vision, protects circulation, and clears your mind. Helena, for example, used to have sweet coffee and a pastry every morning. When she switched to this drink, she felt more energy and less burning in her eyes. She said, "It's not just the taste, it's the feeling of starting the day with clarity." And now I ask you, what if, instead of starting the day with something that weakens you, you could give yourself a dose of protection for your eyes and memory first thing in the morning? But pay attention, not every natural juice is truly healthy. Many people think they're helping their vision by drinking orange juice or grape juice daily, but the truth might surprise you.
The counterintuitive revelation: less sugar, more clarity. For decades, we've been told that fresh juice is always healthy. A glass of freshly squeezed orange juice or pure grape juice seemed like the perfect breakfast choice. But for anyone over 60, this can actually be a silent trap. The myth of healthy juice. When we strip the fiber from fruit and keep only the liquid, we concentrate the fructose. In practice, a single glass of orange juice may contain the sugar of 4 or 5 oranges, something no one would eat at once. That excess fructose creates sugar spikes, inflaming the retinal blood vessels and harming circulation. And contrary to what many believe, even 100% pure juices with no added sugar can have the same effect. The hidden impacts of excess fructose. On your eyes, accelerates oxidative stress and wears down the macula, raising the risk of vision loss. On blood pressure, contributes to hypertension and, as a result, higher eye pressure. On the mind, studies show diets high in fructose damage memory and increase mental fog in older adults. It's like placing a fog over your eyes and a weight on your brain, all from something that seemed healthy. The right way, balance. It's not about giving up fruit, but about consuming it wisely. Prefer whole fruits or blended ones with the skin and fiber to slow down the sugar impact. Combine low glycemic fruits, green apple, kiwi, strawberries, with vegetables and seeds. Avoid large glasses of pure juice first thing in the morning. Practical step for today. Instead of a sugary juice, try this blend: half a green apple with skin, a handful of spinach, 1 cup, about 8 ounces, of warm water, 1 spoonful of hydrated chia seeds. This combination keeps the fiber, delivers antioxidants, and reduces sugar spikes. Have you ever considered that one simple glass of juice could be accelerating the fatigue in your eyes? And to prove this isn't just theory, in the next section, I'll share the full story of Mrs. Lords and how one small change gave her back sharp vision, stable blood pressure, and the confidence to live independently. Mrs. Lords, 72 years old. You've already met Mrs. Lords earlier in this journey. But now I want to show you, in detail, how one simple change transformed her life. How things were before. Every morning, Lords insisted on her strong black coffee with 2 spoonfuls of sugar and a fresh white roll. It was a habit she'd carried for decades. She would say, "Without my coffee, I just can't function." But her body started sending warning signs. The newspaper letters blurred right after breakfast. Car headlights at night looked like explosions of light, making driving dangerous. Her blood pressure fluctuated, leaving her afraid of sudden episodes. Her mind felt foggy, forgetful, and heavy from the start of the day. What hurt most, though, wasn't only the blurred vision. It was the sense of losing her independence. She stopped driving at night, avoided embroidery, and even hesitated to cook alone. As she admitted, "I'm afraid of becoming a burden on my kids." The turning point. During a doctor's visit, Lords heard about the effects of the traditional breakfast on vision, and about a natural alternative, the antioxidant drink. At first, she thought it was impossible to give up the coffee she loved so much. But then she remembered her grandchildren and told herself, "I want to keep reading to them without depending on glasses or help." So she started alternating. One day coffee, the next day the antioxidant drink. Soon she noticed something different. Her eyes didn't burn as much, her mind felt lighter, and she could embroider longer without fatigue. The real results. After just a few weeks, the changes were clear. Vision. She could read the newspaper without the morning fog. Blood pressure became steadier, giving her more confidence daily. Mind. She felt sharper, remembering appointments and recipes more easily. She went back to cooking with joy, restarted her walks, and even regained the courage to drive during low-light hours. With emotion, she said, "It wasn't a magic cure, it was daily care. But every sip of that drink gave me back a piece of my life." Her story shows us that it's not about miracles. It's about consistent, small choices. And that even after 70, it's still possible to change routines, protect your vision, and preserve your freedom. And now I ask you, what would you do to make sure you'll still be able to see your family's smiles and enjoy life's details 5 or 10 years from now? Before we wrap this up, I'll share one extra tip. A simple, free, and powerful ritual that when combined with the morning drink boosts its effects even more. So far, you've learned how to cut out hidden breakfast mistakes, how the antioxidant drink can shield your vision, and how simple choices transformed Mrs. Lourdes's life. But now I want to share a special bonus with you, something very few people do, yet it can boost the effects of the morning drink even further. And the best part, it's free, requires no medication or expensive equipment, and takes less than 5 minutes. The warm compress ritual. Right after waking up, place a warm compress over your closed eyes for 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, it's that simple. Just soak a clean cloth in warm water, not hot, just pleasantly warm. Lie down, place it over your eyes, and take deep breaths. This basic gesture has a powerful effect. It activates circulation, relaxes the eye muscles, and stimulates the glands responsible for your eye's natural protective oils. Those oils form what's called the tear film, a thin layer that keeps your eyes hydrated. Without it, eyes feel dry, irritated, and gritty by the end of the day. With it, vision stays clear and comfortable. Benefits of the morning compress. More comfort, reduces dryness and irritation. Sharper vision for longer. Stable hydration means less blurriness throughout the day. Better circulation. The gentle heat stimulates blood flow around the eyes. Combined effect. Together with the antioxidant drink, you protect your eyes inside and out. Why this matters? Because it proves you don't need complicated solutions. It's the small daily rituals that, when combined, build a true shield against aging eyes. And this ritual, in particular, gives you back a sense of control over your vision, something many people believe they've already lost. Tomorrow morning, before drinking your antioxidant blend, try the warm compress. It's just 3 minutes. You'll feel your eyes relax as if they're waking up more peacefully. And let me ask you, if just 5 minutes of your day could give you hours of clearer, more comfortable vision, wouldn't it be worth trying? If you've made it this far, you already know. There are no miracles, but there are smart, consistent choices. And even after 60, it's absolutely possible to protect your eyes, your blood pressure, and your mind with simple daily actions. Let's recap together. First, we uncovered the hidden mistake of the traditional breakfast, white bread, sugar, and strong coffee, that inflames the retinal vessels and raises blood pressure. Then, we discovered the antioxidant secret of the morning drink, rich in polyphenols, lutein, and quercetin, your natural shield for vision and brain health. Next, we busted the myth of sweet juices, learning that less sugar means sharper eyesight and clearer thinking. After that, we followed Mrs. Lourdes's journey, how she swapped her sweetened coffee for the antioxidant drink and regained clarity, stable blood pressure, and, above all, her independence. Finally, you learned the Bose tip of the warm compress, a quick ritual that enhances the drink's benefits and brings immediate eye comfort. Now, picture yourself 6 months from now.
reading your favorite book without that morning fog, driving with confidence without fearing the glare of headlights, seeing every detail in your grandchildren's faces with clarity. This isn't an empty promise. It's the natural result of simple, daily, accessible choices that you can start today. So here's my encouragement. Begin tomorrow morning. Make your antioxidant drink. Take 3 minutes for the warm compress and give yourself the chance to feel the difference. And before we wrap up, a special request. If this content made sense to you, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next tips. Share this video with someone you love, someone who may be struggling with blurry vision or high blood pressure. And now, tell me in the comments, which change will you try first, the antioxidant drink or the warm compress? Your answer might just inspire someone else to start too. Remember, taking care of your vision is taking care of your freedom, your independence, and the most precious moments of your life.